My broskos, what is going on? Welcome back from Bosniak. Here I am, Bosanska, Sarajevo. So it's Saturday afternoon and we're gonna get out and get amongst it again. I feel more social resistance actually in the Balkans talking loudly in the street. I will admit that. Compared to like the Dominican Republic and Brazil. But we're gonna do it anyway. We might get shot by a sniper, get some dirty looks, but anyway, it's fine. So I'm out today and I didn't expect to be out. My plan this weekend was to do a big work weekend, and the plan was to record a big video series, which I had all prepared for my job, and it would be an educational video series for a new venture. And so I did it all last night. I did a load of work last night. I did all these videos. It's a lot of hard work actually making videos like that, because it's like PowerPoint presentations and you're on camera. I won't bore you with the details. And then I watched them back. Now, if you watch my channel, you know what I'm like on camera. This is pretty much my personality, maybe a bit magnified, but it's pretty much my personality. I'm not hiding anything. This is it. C'est moi. And I watched these videos back, and I'm going, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? That's a fucking atrocious accent, but who's that guy? I've got no clue. No clue whatsoever. I'm watching it, my professional persona. I actually felt a level of disgust. I'm like, okay, fine. Roger that. Where do we go from there? So I sat down, I had a long think. I paced up and down my apartment, sent a few messages to a few different people. And the conclusion is actually very obvious, which is, well, just do it again, but rejig it and actually just be yourself. Screw the professional persona. As long as you don't swear or say anything inappropriate, you're being professional. Screw the professional persona. The act of being a professional. So yeah, so I'm gonna redo all. It was such a fucking crazy thing to watch, because right now I'm talking normally, I'm just being my normal self. It's such a crazy thing to watch. I watched these videos back and then I watched my professional video. It's two totally different people. Totally different people. It's actually nuts, dude. It's nuts. So, yeah. So anyway, so I sacked off that project this weekend. I am going to, whatever. I think I also wanted to rush it as well. I wanted to rush into it. You've got to get things right, especially in business. You want to be in a business you want to be in which you feel natural and you're doing things your natural way. Otherwise, a business is a boat, and you build out the boat and you sail the boat out into the ocean. Wherever you want to go with it, that's where it's going to take you. But it's got to be the right type of boat. And if you want to go, across big waves and stuff, you need to have a big boat. So it just basically depends what kind of business you want. But the problem is, you build the wrong business, or you're the wrong person in that business, you're just sailing off into the wrong direction. Yeah, you'll get somewhere, but you're going to be in the wrong direction, and you have to come back again anyway. So yeah, it's not a business vid, but anyway, this is the start of my Saturday vid. I'm going to go into town. I'm just going to fucking go into town. That's what I'm doing. First of all, I need to go and check on my money situation, because I think my card might have got blocked yesterday, but let's have a look. Too many dodgy transactions here with weapons dealers in Bosnia. I'm playing all sides. I'm playing the Croatian side, the Bosnian side, and the Serbian side. So we're going to go check that, and then I'm going to get myself into town and have a splendid day. that's what I'm gonna do today. Being myself. So yeah, let's leave it there. I'll check back in when I'm in the center. Let's just see what things crop up. Let's see what happens. See what opportunities arise. Okay, so we're just cruising around the old Sarajevski little market in there, and just walking around. I've already been to one little coffee shop which is very lovely, and look at this street here. Look at that, the castles in the background, the mosque in the background. Just chatting to a couple of girls in the coffee shop. It's very variable out here. I found here to be a little bit more like North Macedonia actually. Quite often you open them and they sort of like it, because your experience, you can kind of tell, but they also clam up a little bit as well. But you know, nice enough people. Yeah, look at this, the old town around here. I love walking around these streets, man. I know one day in the future I'm going to look back on these years of my life and all the realizations that I've had and all the places that I've been and go, wow, I definitely broke away. That is for sure. We're a long way from Sheffield right now, out here in Bosnia. So yeah, it's been a good day so far. Just enjoying the sights and sounds. Oh, we've got a little record shop here. What's this? The vintage styles made its way over here as well. So as things stand, I've got one more week in my apartment as things stand right now, and the question I've got is, do I stay in this city? I could move to the other side of the city. There's a great flat I found on the other side of the city. Or do I move maybe a bit further out, like literally go to a different city, the second city of Bosnia? I don't know. I've got to make my mind up on that one. We'll see. I always find with most places you have a kind of 2-week love affair with them to begin with, and it's towards the end of the first month you actually get a real picture for what's going on. And it's actually a lovely city. It's a little bit quiet for me, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm working at the moment, so that's fine. I'm in work mode, but still, yeah, it is pretty quiet. So we'll carry on the schmooze, keep moving around the grad, as they would say. Roscoe's, so coming in from Lukavica, my hood. Yeah, you come to Lukavica, you gotta come through me. Yeah, I'll kiss the ring. So I'm back in the neighborhood. Had a great day out in Sarajevo. Dobro. And yeah, just had a great day basically. Going around, being myself. That was the main thing. Chatting to all sorts of people, guys, girls, shop assistants, having banter with people. It was just a great day. It's a great day. A couple of notable approaches on that front. There was one, you know, girls in shopping centres are not a bad angle, to be honest. A lot of them are quite bored. And so there was one girl on the perfume store. I opened it with a compliment. She looked like, she literally looked like I'd spat in her face or something. It was actually hilarious. And which is interesting, because what I get internally when that happens, I get this kind of like, I overreact to their reaction internally, but I keep a poker face. So I overreact to their reaction, which I shouldn't do. I shouldn't have any reaction. It should just be like, well, whatever. But I react to it internally, but I keep a poker face. And then I just carried on talking normally to her. I was like, okay, so what you got here? And then the compliment kind of passed off. And then it was interesting because, you know, I spoke to her for quite a bit. I ended up buying like a 12 quid perfume thing, but it's It's pretty good anyway. The girl said it's like quite a lot of the guys in Sarajevo are wearing this fucking this spray. So I was like, okay, let's try this. And it's interesting because she kind of warmed up to me a little bit. Not like she'd throw herself at me or anything, but she did kind of warm up to me a little bit. But for me, I don't know, if I see a girl who's hot, I have to call it. I have to call it out. Otherwise, I just feel weird interacting with this bullshit. You know, I haven't established a compliment. There's not a real interaction for me. I've done it in the past where it's like, yeah, you know, I've done it in the past where I don't compliment and all this type of shit. I just can't be bothered with it anymore. I just want to be fucking real. So that was interesting. I had like, you know, she like, who the fuck are you, love? You're selling fucking perfume in fucking Sarajevo in a shopping centre. Yeah. Like, you know, that's what should be going through my head. Like, why do you even give two shits? Like, would you give two shits if there was a man selling perfume in Sarajevo? Would you care about his opinion? And actually, even forget what he does for a living. Would you even care? The answer is no. So what the fuck do I care about that? I don't know. But it's not that I do care. It's just like a rapid reaction, you know? And then I then a girl on a jewelry store, she opened me. I saw like an attractive girl who kind of turned a corner and she went into a clothes shop. And I'm always a bit funny going into clothes shops, so I don't know if I've done one inside a clothes shop yet. Probably, but it's something I probably need to do. That'd be a good challenge to do. And so I kind of leant on a jewelry thing, and I was just kind of looking at the girl in the shop. I was like, what do I do here? But I was still outside the shop on a jewelry, like a glass jewelry counter. And the girl said, "Oh, can I do anything? Like, can I do anything for you?" I was like, "Oh, this is women's stuff, right?" And she goes, "No, this is men's stuff over here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, this is nice. This is proper Balkan gangster stuff. This is exactly what I'm going for." And she was pretty quick off the mark. Like, she had some really good banter. I ended up talking to her for like 40 minutes. She was a physics and philosophy PhD. Yeah. I always, in every city I go to, I always meet a hyper intelligent girl who is kind of semi-attractive, but I'm not that attracted to. And but they have a great conversation and could be a potentially good friend. I don't know if that's like a weakness on my part, to be honest. I don't know. But I mean, it's interesting conversation. And I'm definitely good value for them in terms of like, I know the bullshit of that world. You know, academia, there's so much bullshit in that world. I think it's more bullshit in that world in a way than any other. It's the most bullshit world. And I know it fairly well because I've been around it quite a bit. It wasn't my default start position, but I've ended up being around it quite a bit. And yeah, so much of it is like, oh, you know, have you read Proust? Oh yeah. Yeah, bro, I read Proust. Yeah, I read it in the original French. Yeah. Yeah, it's shit. It's fucking boring. I'd rather go kiss Umber. Oh, it's all this gay fucking status game for nerds and like physically inferior people who, you know, they can't really do anything else, so they just take refuge in that bullshit. That's not the whole of it, but there's a lot of that going on. So anyway, so I kind of said this to this girl, and she was like, yes, it's totally fucking true. There's so much stuff, and it's just all who's getting the grants and just politics and interesting bullshit. But she was really good value. We had a lot of banter back and forth. I actually feel quite relaxed with someone that smart because it's like, I can talk about, we talked about the war in Ukraine. We talked about the division of Bosnia. You can't talk about stuff like this normally to a girl like within a few minutes of meeting her. She's just probably just not able to keep up. I don't know. I mean, you can try it, but in my experience, it's not a good thing to do. But she was this hyper intelligent, hyper nerd, you know? So, yeah, it was kind of cool. It's almost like talking to a man, to be honest. Men talk about this shit all the time, but with, you know, fairly smart men will talk about these things all the time. It's just normal to them. Not really so with women, apart from these few and far between ones. So that was really cool. And you have like a 30-40 minute conversation with someone. It's just normal that you're going to, take a contact. And I'm not even really interested in from a any sexual point of view, but just as a mate could be cool. It's always good to make new friends in new cities. That's like a recurring character. It's like a stock character. Every city I go to, I meet this person. I did in the previous city as well. The Russian girl, one of the Russian girls I met, exactly the same, hyper intelligent. She was married though, but became a really good friend. So anyway, so that was that, and yeah. Moral of the story, I suppose today, it's all about being yourself. It is all about being yourself. And so that is essentially the essence of, there is no game. There's just being yourself, putting yourself out there enough times that you basically, it's like you're a key and the woman is a lock. And some guys, they're a kind of versatile key. They just get into any lock, right? Or they're just so powerful they're into any lock. But for more specialized types of guys like me, I like the girl in my hyper niche. Yeah, she might be unlocked maybe by some other guy, but I'm just like, I'm straight through, and it's I've got full access because my hyper niche of, business, Latin, travel, dance, firearms, beard, gym, that's my hyper niche. So if a girl's got a hyper niche of like 3 or 4 of those things, we're gonna just go straight off shooting up to the moon because I've got these different niches that I'm in. So yeah, that's what a lot of game is, just being your fucking self. Being yourself, magnifying yourself, or just being your normal fucking self. Having banter with people. That's it, that's game. Game. Be yourself. Yeah, it's fucking cheesy, isn't it? But it's actually what you gotta do. And all of the old stuff of this tactic, this, vibe, this, it's just all bullshit, really. It's just all bullshit. You just end up there in that way. You're just going to end up with girls who want you to play games with them. Girls you should never have been with. And I've been with girls like that who actually, they were fucking hot, but I should never have been with them. They weren't my girls. They were the girls of a fake guy. Or maybe they were fake girls themselves. I don't know. So anyway, we'll leave things there. War and peace. Love and hate. Life and death. Night and day. Darkness and light.